Another great watch sent in by Exquisite Timepieces, Naples, Florida. We have today the GO, or the Glashutte Original SeaQ, and this is in the 39.5. There are a lot of different variants of this watch, different colors, but they all are great for sure. This one's probably going to be more universal for most people. Here's the hang tag. I'll put a direct link to this watch from their website down below as well. They are, of course, an authorized dealer for GO, and that's the pen I use for writing all these notes, is from GO. So pretty cool. Thought I'd point that out. I happen to have another one in the studio. I believe this one's a little bit older, so I can tell there's some differences. So there's a slow evolution from the model with the brand, and that's what you kind of want when you're talking a timeless diver, or any watch model for that matter. You want that slow evolution. You don't want dramatic changes. We see it with like Rolex and all the other brands that are high end. You see that little subtle changes, and that's what I think we have with the GO. This one here, we'll talk about the measurements. Like I said, it's 39.5 millimeter case. The lug to lug I measure 47.1. The thickness is only 12.5, and you can see you have a proud sapphire crystal domed up above the watch. You have a 20 millimeter lug opening, and the bracelet tapers down to 19. You have an excellent clasp system, very simple fold over double pusher, and then that brand logo there is actually a button. You can push that, and you have toolless on the fly micro adjust, just like that Atelier when that I showed. GO has been doing it a little bit longer. So very slick operation, no tools, and you don't even have to take the watch off your wrist. This one has a display case back showing off what is probably one of the more important things. I was having a discussion with some guys I know out in San Francisco recently with Glashutte. I mean, what's really spectacular about it is under the hood. You don't often see it. Like that one has a stainless steel case back. This one has a display one. So you can kind of see the movement there, the way it's decorated, the awesome rotor. You can see the way the how the regulation arm is done on the escapement is set up for very precise adjustments, and it'll give you very good accuracy. So there's a look at that movement. The movement is the caliber 39-11, beats at 4 hertz. Unless they updated it, it used to be 40-hour power reserve. I'm not sure if they updated it, but it is a beautiful movement nonetheless. I want to point out real quick why we're kind of showing the underbelly. There's a look at the clasp system. Very cool looking indeed, and the way those pushers work. You can see like that. And that's very similar, actually, and probably where they got inspiration from that Atelier when that I showed, is the keeper thing is in there, just like that other watch. And like I said, it also adjusts up there. So I would suspect inspiration was pulled from the GO. The bracelet sizing, see those screws, how they're all lined up like that? You turn those 90 degree, and that's how you size the bracelet. I'm not going to do it. I wish I could, but this is a brand new watch and it's not mine. And then there's half link over here on this side, and that's those screws that are lined up that way. So you do the same thing there. You turn them, and that's a half link one. You can pop that out, and then you can adjust it, the half link. So I would love to size one of these one day. So if I ever get down to Exquisite Timepieces and they're willing to let me fiddle around with it, I would love to do it. 120 click bezel on this, ceramic bezel insert. Great tactile feel, zero play. It is solid on this thing and feels great. Sounds pretty good too. So lines up, of course. The crown on this, signed 6 millimeter, keeping the 200 meter water resist. Has a little red. If we pop that out, you can see it has a little red saying, hey, push me back in or we're going to get wet. So just wanted to point that out, and it's no wobble. It is super solid. So does hack the movement too, as you Notice that the seconds hand stopped moving. The dial on this one is kind of a gradient or shimmery black, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. But sharply done handset. You have that warm color tone to the loom. Should glow blue, if I'm not mistaken. But before we do that, we need to pop it on wrist. Price point on this thing, you're looking at around that $11,000 mark. Yeah, it's a luxury watch, guys. You're going to have that luxury price. That's the way it works. Here it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. And of course, we need to find my flashlight. Doesn't really need it. I'm going to give it a quick blast anyway. Turn off the lights and check out the loom on this thing. Actually, I didn't blast this one. So here it is with just the studio lights, and there it is with the blast of the UV. So you have a little bit of a comparison. This one's a little bit older too, but great loom on this thing. Super legible. Thanks for watching, guys. And again, big thanks to Exquisite Timepieces. Constant support of the channel, sending over the coolest watches so I can look at them, and then you guys get a little peek at them as well. See you on the next one.